Good afternoon everybody, it's the Epping Motor Company here, and I've been asked by a couple of potential customers if I'd make a video for one of our Z3s. This is a 2.2i, so I'll make the video and put it on the YouTube for anybody who's interested. We'll have a little walk around it, see what imperfections, faults, marks there may be on the car, any issues that someone might want to consider before buying it. I mean, there aren't any, but we'll go through it anyway. Now, this is a 2001. It's actually a January 2001, which is quite useful as being pre-March 2001. It comes into the private light goods taxation class, so currently that equates to £270 a year. It's not governed by the emissions on the engine because it's pre-March 2001. So that's a January 2001 registered car. It's a 2001 X registered. The car is the later facelift model, being a 2001, because actually they facelifted them I think in late 99 or early 2000s. That means it's got the redesigned rear wings, different lights, obviously different flares on the wheel arches, and of course it's a wide body car, so they have the wider wheels on. The 2.2 litre is a 6-cylinder engine. I'll have to check the horsepower later and put it on the listing, but I think there's something like 170 odd brake horsepower on the 2.2. The car is titanium silver with the black leather interior. It's got the optional 5-spoke ribbed alloys on these rather than the smooth alloys you see a lot of earlier Z3s. The car was ordered new with the chrome line package. We've got the original purchase invoice for this car from 2001 showing the price it costs new, and the chrome package included the chrome surround for the screen, the chrome door handles, and the chrome finisher on top of the brake light that's in the boot lid. It wasn't an expensive package, but it's nice to have a little bit of chrome dressing it up. So we're going to have a little walk around the car. The car's done 62,400 miles from new. We've got the full history back to new in the form of virtually, I think there's every invoice in there and every MOT from the first one when it was 3 years old in 2004. Same owner had the car for the last 11 or so years. He was a doctor, and actually he had the car in the UK. The car was UK mainland registered, brand new, and apparently he had a house in, he did have a house in the Channel Islands as well, and he took it out to the Channel Islands for about 3 years. So there is a gap in the MOTs for the 2 or 3 years when he was in the Channel Islands, because I don't have them there, but obviously all the MOTs prior to that and subsequent to it coming back are there from new. Now these cars this one has the 5-speed manual gearbox. Obviously it's got power steering, ABS braking, traction control, electric windows, electric mirrors. This one has the factory, we'll have a look inside in a minute, this one has the factory radio cassette, but with the optional CD multi-changer in the boot. So let's have a little close look around the car and see the condition. As far as I can determine, having looked around the whole car, we think the paint is either completely original or certainly 90% original. Quite often you find these have had a little bit of paint on the bumpers for scratches. No obvious signs of it, but we can't 100% say it's original paint, but it certainly looks original. The bodywork's in extremely good condition. So if we go around from panel to panel, and we'll start with the front right hand wing and the bonnet. Bodywork on the lower panel. You can hear the doors locking because I've got the keys in my pocket, so let me just take those keys out and pop them on the roof a minute so I don't lock and unlock the door. Leave those on the roof for the minute. See where we've been waxing it there. Okay, front wing looks in exceptionally good condition. There are a couple of little blemishes at the bottom here. There's a small chip there, and there's a couple of touch-in bubbles there. Normally what happens is you get stone chips on the front of this sill piece, and they get touched in, of course, at some stage, but it's not had paintwork down there. Move around to the right front wheel. Wheels don't look as if they've been refurbished at any time. They may have had touch-ins on the paint. I mean, the wheel's not curbed. Looks in good condition. It's got the original wheel caps on it. The bonnet certainly is original paint. It is in very nice condition. There's the odd, I mean, literally one or two small stone chips. Some of this is just dirt on the car, but I mean, there's really nothing. Look, there's I don't know if you better see it on the camera, but there's a couple of stone chips here. There's a stone chip here, but I mean, these stone chips are the size of pinheads, and they're not unusual for a 20-year-old car, especially when they've got these sloping front bonnets. Bumper's in extremely good condition. It's just wax on it. Again, there's a little stone chip here, but I mean, these look completely original because they've obviously not been repainted. Little stone chip here. There's a little scuff, tiny little scuff on the bumper here, which you can probably barely see, but it's a very, very, very original looking car. The front spoiler's no damage to the front spoiler. Headlights are lovely and clear. Other sides of the bonnet and front wing again fine. Front wing panel down here very nice. Little mark blemish on the sill there, and there's a couple of little, again, blemishes on the paint here on the bottom front wing. Left hand doors unmarked. One mark on the mirror. Sill down the whole left hand side is immaculate. One chip there. I mean, these are just normal chips you're going to get on a car that's 20 years old, that's a sports car. There's a couple of marks here on the left hand rear wheel arch that have been touched in. That's about 1 inch long, and that one's less than half an inch where chips have been touched in. Let's have a look at the other wheels. Left hand front wheel doesn't look to have been curbed at all. Left hand rear wheel, again no curbing. There's a reason for that. These tyres that they fit on these are quite a wide tyre. These are Continentals on the back, and they have a protective rib, and they come out a long way, so they actually, the wheels sit quite a long way back, so you'd have to be being very aggressive to curb them. Rear bumper all looks very nice on the car. There's one little touch-up mark here where it's been touched at some time, possibly in parking, and one blemish there. The boot lid's basically in very good condition. There are a few little chips on. Sometimes when you look at these 20-year-old cars, you never figure out where these chips and marks come from. I think people sometimes put things on the boot lid of the car, but they're all very minor cosmetic blemishes you'd expect on a car that's original. Offside rear wheel arch is lovely. If I look very closely, there's a little chip here that's been touched in at some stage in the past, and the last of the alloys again, no curbing on it. If we go down to the front one, you can have a look at the brake discs. Brake discs in pretty good condition. There is some slight surface pitting and corrosion on the discs. They pull up really straight and smoothly. There's no problems with the brakes at all. That is purely because in the last 3 or so years the car's done about 200 or 300 miles, so basically it's not being driven, and it's not cleaning up and wearing down the discs at all. It's a very common problem. So let's have a quick look at the inside of the car. You've already seen the central locking works. That's the remote central locking and alarm system. We've got two original remote control keys with the car. So it's got 2 keys with it. Let's have a quick look at the inside. Leather interior, black leather of course, in very, very good condition. There's even the driver's seat hasn't got any holes or splits in it. We've got the slightest just marking on the leather where people get in and out, but that's to be expected on a car that's done 62,000 miles, but it hasn't got any damage on the leather. It's got over mats on it. They're not the original BMW ones, they're an aftermarket over mat, but the original carpets are in lovely condition underneath. Door panels in nice condition. Door shuts very nice. Couple of marks on the paint here. I know what that'll be. That's where people leave the belt buckles dangling in the car when they close the door and don't notice the buckles there. It's very common, and that's also responsible for these few little marks here. These are simply caused by people being careless with the door buckles. I don't know why they don't make sure the seat belt's out of the way, but if in a hurry I guess it's very easy to do. However, there's no corrosion anywhere in the door. All the doors absolutely pristine. There's just wax at the bottom. No corrosion on the car anywhere. Let's have a look round to the other side. Let's open up the door on the other side. Again, the passenger seats in excellent condition. They have this nice textured leather, no wear or damage, and I can show you the driver's seat a little bit better from there as well. No damage in it. Got the original retaining clips undamaged on both seats. Cargo nets on the floor still. This has the these have the electric sliding seats, and the backrest adjustment is manual on the Z3s. So let's walk around. Door panels lovely on the passenger side. And again, door shuts immaculate on the left hand side, all the original stickers. Just another typical mark of the seatbelt buckle. Nothing on the door on this side. Obviously there's probably rarely a passenger in the car. All the doors immaculate. As you can see, closes beautifully. Let's walk round the back to the other side. I think you saw that the driver's door opens and closes nicely. Right, let's have a quick look at the boot. Have a look around the boot surround. Excellent condition. Very clean in there. No corrosion. No dirt. And the boot lid top also in that original sort of pale grey primer finish that BMW's put on them. No issues there. There's the CD multichanger that BMW fitted as an optional extra on these cars. Takes up a bit of boot space. Got the warning triangle there. If I lift up the carpet underneath, as you can see, batteries there. Most of the tools are present. It comes with obviously the original jacks there. Wheel braces in there, so it's in pretty good condition inside that. Let's have a quick look inside the car now. These videos build up in time so quickly. Right, they're sitting inside the car. I'm just going to show you, this one's got this one, being as it's a later car, a facelift car, this has got the soft top with a headlining in it. I don't know if you were to see it, the headlining's in very good condition. In fact, we'll get out and have a look at the roof as well quickly. This is the original soft top on the car from 2001. So it's a 19-year-old soft top. It is in very good condition. This is really just dust. I mean, minor wear, which you get when they're folded, but I mean, it's completely weatherproof on the outside. I believe the rear window has been replaced at some stage. It's very clear, you can see out of it very clearly. I don't know if I can show that from the inside or not. Yeah, as you can see, you get minor marks on the plastic, of course, because it's plastic and when it folds it scratches, but crystal clear rear window. And these ones have they have a little storage locker there and a small storage locker down here as well. Let's jump out of the car, show you the other side of the soft top. It's really just fluff on there. There's no damage on the soft top. As I said, the rear window's got no cracks or holes in it. This has got the manual roof on this one. Let me show you quickly how it works if you weren't aware of it. Basically you've got, sorry about the shakiness because I'm trying to hold this in one hand while I'm doing things. Basically you've got two latches you just pull out like that. I used to do one-handed from the wrong side of the car. And then if I jump out, soft top just folds down like that. One-handed job, takes all of 5 seconds. Get a chance to see inside the car a little bit better with daylight now. Right, let's open this door as well. Now, very quickly, I'm going to jump in the car, fire her up. Electric window on the driver's side as well, of course. I think you can just about see the mileage, 62,412. Instant starting, of course, on these reliable 6-cylinder engines. Stereos working, and you press the modes button to either use the tape or the disc player. Obviously no discs in at the moment.
Much for calling me a young girl.
Okay, so that's the engine running. I'm just going to pop the bonnet as well so we can have a look under there. Sorry about the fast movement of the camera while I'm walking around. Nice and clean under there. No real corrosion. No corrosion issues, just the normal touch-ups you get under here where people touch up the grey, because the grey's a bit of a funny colour to match because it's a non-flat colour. BMW Titanium Silver, Titan Silver. Show you quickly under the bonnet. Built November 2000, this one, but registered in January 2001, because obviously the time between them building them, actually getting them out to the dealer and getting them registered. Let's put the roof up again if I can, with one hand. Easier said than done. There we are. I think you see how easy that is to put up on these. Much better than the electric roofs, which give all sorts of problems. Oh, I can just barely do it with one hand. Just. Oh, it's not easy to do. You need two hands to do it. One to hold it down and one to pull the handles. Anyway, that's the exterior video. Heating and ventilation works on here. I forgot to do something. Blowing all the flowers out of the venting. Working on all fan speeds. Let's see if the time's right on the clock. Well, you won't know what time it is, but I can actually tell you that the clock is the right time. This is the ASC button. Oh, electric windows. Let's just show those. bypass the driver's one. And we'll have a quick walk around at the lights and just have a look and see if they're working. I'm not going to do the wipers and washers are working obviously, but I'm not going to do that because it'll make a mess of the windscreen. And here the car's nice and quiet. And I'll show the paperwork in a minute as well at the end of the video. I'll pause this and go on and show the paperwork. Okay, let's pause the video for now and then we'll come back in a minute when we're looking at the paperwork. So here we are now having a quick look at the paperwork on the Z3. 2 remote keys still on the original BMW supplying dealer key rings. Got the owner's handbook with it. Emergency services. Stereo instructions, business code, business radio code, and various other assorted bits and pieces of paperwork. And then we've got the history folder here. If I turn it around the right way, wouldn't it? HPI certificate, HPI report, and that just means it had a private plate on it before. Logbook. It's 5 owners, but that includes us, because obviously we had to re-register it in our name when it we had to register it in our name when it came back from the Channel Islands. And the previous chap, who was a Dr. Roy, he got the car in 2009, so he had it for 11 years. Quick look at the paperwork here. Got the original purchase invoice supplied by Lister Park, £23,100. As you see, titanium silver, optional black leather interior, chrome line exterior, business radio with a CD multichanger. So this original purchase invoice, and then we've got all the report sheets from BMW, inspection sheets, service invoice. I'm not going to go through them in great deal because there's too many of them. Right back to brand new. New rear window in hood, so you can see it was done 2010. Various bills for servicing. I'm going to study all the invoices, too many of them. Very consistent all the way through. Servicing in Sussex, and more recently oil and filter change, various bushes that have been done on it. In fact, I think the last oil service we've had done on it ourselves was 62,240 miles, so it's only done about 150 miles since the oil service. And first MOT back in 2004 at 7,261. I won't do them all. 15. It's hard to get a focus on them. Miles. There we are. Let's flick through them real quickly so you can see them all. Otherwise the video gone for too long. Current MOT will have run out by now, I think. Yeah, May 2020. In actual fact, it hasn't run out at all because the government's given it an automatic 6-month extension, so it will be MOT till November 2020. But in actual fact, it won't be selling. They come with a new MOT, so it'll have a brand new MOT on it. Got lots of old. It's even got old blue logbooks from when the doctor had it. Previous chap had it 4 years. and you can see the same doctor had the car in Jersey, and now it's back on the UK logbook. So history back to new, mileage warranted. That's all the paperwork for the car. Thank you anybody who's watched this video who was interested in the car. Hope it answers the questions you'd like to know, and I've shown you all the marks and blemishes on it, so you know what you're looking, know what you're getting if you come down to have a look. Please remember to like the video or give it a thumbs down if you don't like Z3, so we won't be offended. Subscribe to our channel if you like, and occasionally I'll put videos up of cars that are in stock, and share it with anyone you think might be interested in a nice, just cut the video off again there, share it with anyone who you think might be interested in a nice Z3, and obviously if you click the bell you'll be notified for when we next put videos in. Thank you for looking. Catch up with you all in the next video. Epping Motor Company out here.